Welcome to the Professional Pensions video Q&A in association with Aon. My name's Jonathan Stapleton, Editor-in-Chief of Professional Pensions. Joining me, Roger Mattingly, Managing Director of Pan Trustees and Chair of Trustees of the Aon MasterTrust. Roger, welcome.
Thank you.
Roger, to what extent can MasterTrusts improve investment outcomes for members, and how is this achieved?
Well, firstly, Jonathan, MasterTrusts will attract volume. They will attract greater contributions than if those employers were on their own. The fact that they're in a collective environment will mean that there's more money to be invested, and that will attract better options in terms of the investments that are available for those members. The structure that is then put in place in terms of those investment options will be increasingly contemporary in the current environment in terms of DC, in terms of freedom and choices, and doing everything to make sure, in particular, that the default arrangements are structured so that they are appropriate to meet members' aspirations, whether it's still annuity purchase, whether it's looking to draw down and have continued governance once they've actually started receiving their retirement income, or conversely, and obviously in the early days of minimum auto-enrolment, maybe totally as cash at retirement. But creating those bespoke individual pathways to meet individuals' bespoke and customised outcomes is very achievable within a Master Trust environment. Far less achievable, it is doable, but far less achievable within a sole trust arrangement.
Roger, delving down a little bit more into default arrangements, specifically, how do you design a default fund that's sort of optimal for members?
It's very difficult, but doable. The reason it's difficult is because everybody's different, and in fact, to treat everybody the same, you have to treat everybody differently because people are different and people have different aspirations. And of course, one of the challenges is that individuals don't always know what they actually want. So my very strong view is that governance of Master Trust should be about getting the best outcome for that is in the members' best interests. And therefore, it has to be a compromise between risk and return. It's not just about making sure that the money doesn't fall in value. It's not just about making sure that the outcome is predictable, because that has opportunity cost. So it is about making sure that the risks are controlled, and that the risks in terms of the investments over the period up until the individual takes their benefits is at an optimal level in terms of the performance it's aiming to achieve. Now, once, of course, the individual gets to retirement, or as they come close to retirement, they need to obviously have some sort of feel as to whether they want to have the certainty of income that goes with annuity purchase, whether they are attracted to the idea of being able to customise their revenue in retirement through some sort of drawdown arrangement, or whether they are seduced by the idea of taking it as cash. And within a Master Trust, we have no choice but to make sure that we engage with members and get their feedback as to what they value. And in doing that, we need to shape the structure of the investments, and in particular the default fund, to make sure that it is capable of providing that outcome. And that can be done through target dated funds with three specific objectives to meet the new challenge of freedom and choices, but to be done in a way that members have an understanding. They're not just disclosed to, but they actually have an understanding of what it is that's been done effectively for them.
Roger Mattingly, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonathan.